and I am, I believe, the last crafter for the Crafters Just Want to Have Fun event for today from Hen House and Bloom Company. And I always appreciate them including me in their events. And I'm going to do a little painting for y'all today. So I'm going to do a duck that I thought had the cutest expression on his face. He looks like he's smiling, and he reminds me of one of our little dogs, Blue, because he often looks like he's smiling. And when I saw this picture, it was on a photographer's page that a bunch of different photographers will get on there on Facebook and let artists use their photos with no copyright or anything. And this one was from, let's see, Bong Baby is who I am using a reference photo by. So anyway, I am going to get started. So I'm the last one for today, I believe. So I appreciate everybody. I'm going to see if I can pull you up here so I can see some comments. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hi, Creations by J&J. Hi, Allison. So I'm going to get started. And like I said, this is going to be a duck, and going to be in watercolor. And when I saw this, I just thought it was the cutest, had the cutest expression on his face. So I'm just going to have some fun with him. I'm going to get his eye going first. I always like to get the eye in pretty quick. It kind of sets the mood for the whole rest of his face, at least. I'm just using some ultramarine blue, kind of working a little bit on his highlight. I didn't get to see many people today, other crafters. We are in the process of switching programs. Or actually, gosh, it's like a major thing at work. We're going to a whole new hospital-wide system that we're going to use. So it's a major undertaking. So we have been quite busy with, there has to be so much testing done and all that fun stuff. So it has definitely been keeping us busy, and you try to think of everything. But until you actually get in there and get to start using the program, there's always going to be something that you didn't think of. So Just kind of getting some colors in his eye. Thank you, Allison, for sprinkling. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people do some fall crafts and such, and I've really been getting the itch to do some fall paintings, but I'm trying to hold off just a little bit longer. But fall is definitely my favorite time, so I'm excited to get some of those paintings going. And okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and I think I'm gonna work on his beak. Hope everybody's had a great day and staying cool. If you're in a hot area like we are. Hi, Valerie. It is definitely hot. I leave for work at 4:30 every morning, and as soon as I walk out that door, it's like walking into an oven at 4:30 in the morning. I mean, it's so humid. But hopefully y'all are able to stay cool. Last week, my husband and I went on a little vacation to, we went to Canada for the week. We've got a new grandbaby over there. She's working on her visa to get here, but you know, that's a slow process. So she has she had the baby over in Canada, but it's beautiful there. We got to enjoy some of that cooler weather and visit the baby and take lots of pictures. And we had a really nice, oh, thank you, Allison. We had a really nice week. It's nice and relaxing, and you know, like I said, nice weather. Definitely got spoiled to that highs of like 75, and in the evening it actually would get pretty cool. So definitely needed a light jacket. I've definitely been seeing all of the requests for prayers, and um, you know, Miss Ollie's had some uh, issues, and definitely been trying to keep everybody in my thoughts and prayers, and hope everybody is doing okay. And such a nice community to be a part of, when a lot of times when people have, something going on, there's a lot of distance between us all, and um, there's a lot of times there's nothing that really we can do, but we can definitely keep you in our thoughts and prayers. And there is power in prayer, I believe. So I think that's always a nice, um, you know, it's nice when someone reaches out, and you can extend that, well wishes to them. So I hope that everybody's been, you know, getting better and on the mend, and to just kind of layering some colors on here for the beak. I appreciate y'all sticking around and hanging out with me a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of the Christmas in July uh, creations as well, and it's always, it helps tolerate the heat just a little bit when you can think of a cooler holiday. Definitely helps, at least, if we can think about something cooler, and the hot chocolate, and the cooler sweater weather, and all that fun stuff, the fires, and all that. Oh, thank you, Allison. I appreciate you watching. I know it's probably a difficult time. It's kind of um, dinner time for a lot of people, and it's probably hard to just sit and watch, but I definitely appreciate all those that are watching. This is kind of in his mouth there, this tongue. Little splatter. And I'm going to lift a little bit of this just to lighten up a few of these areas. And I might just go ahead and use some white. Hi, Treasure Trunk. Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all taking your time out, and I know it's probably dinner time for a lot of people. Alrighty. let me go on to some of his, we're going to work on his hair up here. And he has a very interesting color about him. He's got some green in his, it's very pretty. It's such a, you know how sometimes there's something is black. Oh, thank you. Treasure Trunk. You are Kimmy. Thank you so much. A lot of times there's, you know, something black can be like purple and, or it can be a blue, black, or it can be, you know, have a reddish tint or whatever. And this one has, it's got a lot of green in it. So it's a really pretty. So I'm just going to kind of mingle some this green that I used. It's actually called Davy's Gray, which it's one of my favorite colors. It is just such a pretty green. It's almost like kind of army greenish, but it's just such a pretty color. And the trick is to leave some of the white, and I always have to constantly remind myself. You know, when you paint with acrylics, you're used to covering. You know, you got to cover all the white of the canvas. But watercolor is different. You don't you want to leave some of that white because those are your highlights. So it's a very hard thing, you know, when you're used to, you know, covering everything. It's hard to get used to that. So I have to constantly remind myself that it's okay if everything, if, you know, some of the white shows. It's actually a good thing. So. I'm so hard on my brushes. I tend to scrub a lot, which is very hard on your brush. So it's always nice when I've got one that's got a nice point to it still. I try to be a little more gentle with those, so and I've been trying to use some of my already messed up ones if I catch myself scrubbing a lot or being rough with it, I try to switch it. But definitely hard on brushes. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of, not using a whole lot of water, kind of just a little bit of a dry brush, getting a little bit of texture. I'll probably use a little bit of white. To add a little more highlights to his feathers. I'm going to switch to a, thought I had, oh yeah, my grainer brush. This is a fun brush. Let's see if you can see that. It's got the jagged edges, so it's really, makes it really easy to get, you know, like fur, feathers. I always have a easier time doing one side than I do the other. I like working more on the left than I do the right. Just kind of alternating some colors. Oh, thank you, Allison. It's definitely something I enjoy. I used to, so I have to be at work really early. I leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. I have a approximately 30-minute drive to work, not quite 30. Um, but I used to get up before work so I could paint some, um, because that's really my favorite time to paint. It's just relaxing, you know. I don't know. It's just always a time I've enjoyed. But um, I was getting so sleepy coming home and during the day at work. Um, so I just decided I was going to stop doing that. Um, and it's definitely something that I enjoy doing, but I can't fall asleep coming home, so I try to make up for it. I don't paint every day when I get home, but um, I paint often after work. And if I'm going to paint, I've got to get up and I've got to paint as soon as I get home, because if I don't, um, if I sit down and get still, then I will get so sleepy and I definitely don't want to do anything else. So it's one of those things that if I'm going to do it, I got to get up and do it. I mean, I've got to do it as soon as I get home. So yeah, it's so well, you know, the drive home, uh, driving makes you sleepy a lot of times anyway. So yeah, it was definitely not something that I needed to be doing. So I just decided I better not, I better get a little more sleep. So doing okay on time. Just kind of giving him a little shadow down here. Some watercolors are staining watercolors. And Allison, you drive a school bus at 5. Yeah. Hi, DK's Designs. Thank you so much for stopping in. Yeah, I really love to paint early, but you know, I'd get my coffee and get my candle, light my candles, and just relaxing. But I just can't can't risk falling asleep, so. Just adding water and softening these edges. I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you have the same dilemma, crafting or painting or whatever, but a lot of times, you know, when you get to a point where you like it, but you're thinking, oh, well, do I need, like and for instance, my issue is, it, I, a lot of times I want to add a background, but, you know, it's deciding what kind of a background to add. And then a lot of times after I've added the background, I wish I would have not added the background. So I don't know if anybody has anything similar to that, that you're like, you like what you've done and you wish you would just kind of have stopped there, but you ended up adding more and then ended up not liking it too much. I do that often. Sometimes I like just the image, you know, and just kind of leave the background white and just have the focus be on the image. So coming together. Just got that happy look on his face. A little orange up here. $15. I can probably get it to a good point to where I can get it finished enough. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. Almost there. Put a little bit of some brightness here. And I want to add just a little bit of some highlights in his head. Just using some white. This is white gouache, which is a water-based paint like watercolor. It's just it's more opaque, kind of an opaque watercolor, so it covers a little better. And I don't paint a whole lot of ducks, but they're so fun to paint. And this one, like I said, it just had the cutest expression. I've saved it to paint, so I've had it for a little while, but I thought this would be a good time to paint a happy duck. There was my husband and I go to San Antonio a lot, and the Riverwalk, we like to go there, and they had a duck that was kind of a famous duck. His name was George, and he would walk around there, and people would feed him, and then, unfortunately, he was killed by, or he was hurt. I guess I shouldn't say that word. By some tourist, I believe, and it's unfortunate though. So there's a little plaque there with his name and all. He was a popular little guy. I think I'm got just a few minutes left. And like I said, I sure appreciate y'all spending some time with me. I know it's the end of the day. Everybody's probably got stuff to do. But I definitely appreciate it. And I always like doing these events. Maybe I'll try to get in there sometime and do an earlier time slot. So, but I've got a day job, so I just do when I can. Just kind of giving them a few feathers sticking out. Just kind of polish up those edges a little. Well, thank you so much, Allison. Yep, Outcast Crafter, thank you so much. But I think the only thing really, I mean, I might just, do a little more tweaking on, but for the most part, that's kind of it. I put a little shadow under him so he doesn't look like he's floating. Just add a little more of this bring to him. Put just a little bit of that down here also. Kind of tie it in. And just do a little bit of a little shadow here. He's a happy duck. Thank you so much, Outcast Crafter. I appreciate you. So for the most part, it's done, but I might sleep on it and might add a little something to the background. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably add something. But if you want to see the final, you can always go to my website, AmyFerrellArt.com, and it will be there, and all the links to all my social media and my Etsy store and Facebook, YouTube and all that is on my website. So I have a YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I think our little duck is just about done. Like I said, I might add a little something. I'm not sure yet what I'll add, but I might figure something out to add. But anyway, that is, I guess we'll name him George. This is George, our happy duck. So thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all next time. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, I guess so.